All right, all right, all right. Who's the guy that says that from Texas? All right, all right, all right. Just finished the album. I think it's called Together. 13 songs. My voice is gone. Calling it Together because we need to do more things together in concert, in tandem, in communal ways. The global climate crisis is a crisis. The West is drying up in America, but it's not just here. It's drying up all over Europe and China. And if it's not drying up, it's flooding. I think there was 4,000-year extreme weather events last week in America, which of course is just something we used to say. It's every 1,000 years this type of flooding would happen in Kentucky or in Dallas, but it's occurring more and more, probably because the polar ice caps are melting, and that's only going to happen once. And the effect of that, I don't know, you don't know. It's too big to comprehend, and too uncertain. It's too uncertain to comprehend. You can't comprehend it. So we need to be better at citizenship, at being human beings, and being more humble and aware of our surroundings, including population. I know there's a big argument about immigration, but we need to talk about population too. And there's so many people struggling in America. We need to deal with getting rid of poverty, which we never really talk about, but has to happen just for a humane, heart, spiritual level. We have to get rid of poverty, and we can. We just haven't wanted to. One of my songs, I talked about a billionaire just gave $1.6 billion to a political action committee. And one person giving that much money away for political ends, it's unbelievable, and it's very hurtful to a democratic society. As Chief Justice Brandeis said, I think, 100 years ago, you can have concentrated wealth, you can have democracy, you can have both. You can have one or the other. Democracy requires more broad-based equality, economically, financially, monetarily, property, all that stuff. We shy away from the word equality, and that's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. So instead of flags this time, I have some art that I do. I've been told many times I'm not the best singer, I'm not the best guitar player, I'm not the best looking, but they like my lyrics, so they like my words, so I go with that. I appreciate that. And so I'll glue some words on a piece of paper, and then I'll paint around it. And it's fun. It's fun for me. It's a fun hobby. And these are watercolors, so they're not that expensive. So I advise you to find hobbies that you enjoy. And that's the only reason you need to do it, to find enjoyment in this temporary life that we have. One of the best things that has happened lately for me, on this one you can see I tore off a piece that wasn't working, and now I'm going to try it again. But if it doesn't work, I'll just throw it away. I'll tear it up and throw it away, which has been hard for me in the past. And it's better in songs now. I guarantee you in the last 2 weeks, I've thrown away songs that I've spent hours on. And I'm singing it, and I'm just like, man, nothing's happening here. It's not working. You know, these other ones I feel good about. And I will wad it up and I'll throw it away, even though I've just spent probably over time 5 hours on this thing and a lot of focus. But it's good for me to understand, okay, I put a lot of effort in this, but it didn't work, and that's okay. It teaches me about my imperfections. So throwing away things or letting things go sometimes. Let's say you have a hobby or a friend even that at a certain point you feel like, okay, this isn't working for me. This is a negative. It used to be a positive, or I thought it was a positive, but it's a negative. And you don't have to hate on people, but some people you have to let go, I guess, and just like say, this isn't working for me. I use a lot of color. I like the Impressionists, I think partly because one of the joys I find in this world is color. I mean, it's black and white photos I find interesting, but color is one of the real joys of my life. You can look around and just see. We're in the Ozarks. We're in northwest Arkansas, which is a hickory, at least in Fayetteville, oak hickory forest. So not a lot of underbrush, but a lot of limestone, a lot of greens. Even in the wintertime, I mean, there's a lot of grays and greens and browns, and just beautiful, just wonderful. So yeah, I'm kooky about color. There's no doubt about it. Life is hard. There's so many hard things you deal with, and you need to be a good citizen. You need to try to understand what's happening economically and with inflation and with poverty and with monetary policy and fiscal policy and tax policy and Ukraine and Mexico and race relations and January 6th attack on the Capitol, and 150 police were maimed. So there's a lot to try to understand, and a lot of it's taxing, hard to deal with, especially all these different things. We were just talking about global warming. I mean, that's number one, but people that are hungry, I don't know, maybe that's number one. They're both right up there. If people are hungry or homeless and the climate is being destroyed, those are the top two. We're talking about a lot of other things instead of that, and that's probably, that's not my favorite. I give up. So anyway, I hope these songs are beneficial or make you think or make you feel something, or it's wrong that we feel alone so much in this world because we're all from the same source and we all have so much in common. We all need so much of the same things. I hope you find an outlet for your joy and your creative energy, whether that's writing or a guy that's helping today, he's into film. And even if people say, well, there's no money in that, it's like, yeah, that's not what it's about. It's not about money. It's about joy. It's about, you can't even answer, like, why do you write songs? It's like beyond me. I don't know why. That's my path, and I'm really thankful that that's my path. But, to analyze it is beyond me, and that's good. I'm glad some things are beyond me. So anyway, this album is called Together, because that's what we have to be. Peace out.